right, I'm going to put my phone right away, or I will look at it.
100%. All right, so...
Where's your phone? Because your phone's definitely going to be going off.
Come on, bitches.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I tucked it in this crack here.
All right, nice.
And it's on silent, so it might vibrate, but that's about it.
Man, you're used to all that. Tucking it in the crack, vibrating.
I tuck in cracks, and I'm a big fan of vibrating. Yeah, you ever had a vibrating butt plug?
I've heard of it. I've just never experienced it.
Just kidding. I actually have not either. Believe it or not.
You haven't experienced it?
I haven't.
I find that really
I know.
believe.
I'm sure everybody does.
Oh, no. This is definitely going on.
We're not talking about my butt plug, okay? I don't have one. I haven't experienced it.
Yeah, you said so
Shut
it's
the
good.
fuck up.
See, this is the thing. It's raw. Right when that red light goes on, it's fucking firing.
So, welcome everybody to the first episode of the Insiders Podcast, brought to you by the Media Pub and Irenic CBD. This is episode 1.
This has been a long time in the making.
Long time.
If anybody watching this knows me personally, I have tried to fucking do this for at least 2 years.
Yeah.
It's been tough. There's a lot of shit that goes into this.
Yeah.
Like a name. A name is really fucking hard to figure out.
That name took 2 years.
Yeah, not really.
I mean, it took an hour of thinking, but
yeah.
It took 2 years to come up with that hour.
Yeah.
So,
but this has been a long time in the making. I've had all the equipment for a really long time, but didn't really have anybody to do it with. So thank you, buddy.
Yep.
You took my podcast virginity.
I love popping cherries, man.
Yeah, you probably do.
Yeah, well, and the hardest thing too is it's the two hardest things are finding someone or people to do it with, and the hardest thing is the location, because I mean, sometimes you can set it up in a bedroom or something, but you need a whole room.
Yeah.
Not everyone has that luxury.
Yeah, we tried to do it in a bedroom.
Yeah, we did. And, for what we had and for, trying to get it off the ground, it could have worked, but it wasn't this.
Yeah, no. So thank you, Ironic CBD.
Yeah, huge thanks to Ironic CBD for giving us this studio to use, this badass backdrop. And, couldn't be more grateful for that.
Makes us look like we're not complete pieces of shit.
Yeah, no, it looks, professional enough.
And we've also got young filmer, young shooter Hesh Boy.
Yep.
So thank you to Hesh Boy. He's throwing...
Big thanks to him. Throwing deuces.
Big waves up to all the fans.
You will see the man behind the scenes at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
You will.
Follow my Snapchat.
Instagram, Snapchat, but on our stories and shit, you're going to see him.
He's young. So if you're over the age of 18 and you have a vagina, relax. Give him a little bit of time.
I mean, he's close. I'm not going to tell you how close to being 18, because, he's close enough. So, you're probably going to be into him. So just fucking hit him up. We'll drop his tag, definitely in the video. Because, shout him out.
Yeah, shout out to Hesh Boy.
The man behind the scenes is the one you got. This dude knows how to work a camera, and he's got, 1 or 2 tripods. So, yeah.
He's 17, man. You can't be dropping dick jokes.
That wasn't a dick joke. The camera's on a tripod, buddy.
Oh, it wasn't?
You're a fucking sick individual.
Oh, fuck.
He's 17. How dare you? What's your fucking problem?
So I made it weird.
Yeah, I might have been thinking it.
All right. So, besides dicks, what
underage dicks, yeah.
Besides underage dicks, what is the objective to this show? What do you want to talk about?
To this episode, or just in general for the show?
We'll start in general. What do you think the main course is going to be?
Fuck, I don't I feel like every, show or podcast or whatever, they have one main thing. I don't want that to be the case. I want to cover everything. You know what I mean? I want our main goal to just cover everything. I don't want every episode to be the same objective, the same conversation. I want different shit as much as we can get.
Yeah.
But the main thing with every show is raw truth and shameless stories.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It does sound good. I do like that.
So,
I thought about that for a while when I was typing that shit in my bio for the release video.
Nice. Okay, so that was
that was planned.
That was a little pre-planned.
A little pre-planned.
I was gonna say that sounded good.
That was pretty fucking good.
So what is your background?
So literally spent my entire life racing. Grew up, my dad got me into it when I was 3, and worked my way up to the pros, and this was my 3rd year as a professional, and I had a really big injury this year. I've had quite a few year string of injuries, and it's been rough, but I've always been about overcoming adversity and stuff, and this year I had a really big kind of life-changing injury, you'd say. I destroyed my pelvis, dislocated it, broke it, torn ligaments, like really bad, and it happened to fall right when COVID hit. So it was kind of eye-opening, and I love racing more than anything. It's all I've ever known, but it kind of COVID, for some people it has made things worse than ever, and some it's actually made it better than ever. As shitty as the year has been, it's actually benefited me in a lot of ways. Other than getting hurt, like I said, that eye-opening, it's allowed me to other avenues, like doing this podcast, getting into other things, making money, and just even enjoying normal life. As an athlete, your entire life you miss out on so much that and I wouldn't trade it for anything. You love what you do, and that's why you do it. But when you take time to hang out with friends and go to the river during summer and all that stuff, it's such a good time, and it's stuff that everyone needs to experience.
Yeah, especially when your entire life you never really got to do that, and if you did, it wasn't in the sense of like really getting to enjoy yourself.
No, it wasn't. And the only time off from racing that I had was when I got hurt, and I don't consider injured time off. You're always coming back. You're always trying to come back as quick as possible.
You're thinking about
it's not the same, but I really enjoy partying occasionally. I like to drink, have a good time with friends, but I'm very strong when it comes to focusing on my racing and stuff like that. So for the last 3 or 4 years, whatever, like the only times I would actually party or drink was Vegas after party after Supercross, maybe after outdoors, Halloween. Circle Bar is where it's at. And what sucks is I think it's gone. They completely renovated the Hard Rock, and now it's Virgin Hotels. So the Hard Rock is fucked. It's gone.
That's a huge bummer.
It is a huge bummer. Circle Bar, no matter what, you would start there and end there.
Yeah, I've met half my contact list.
Literally. Circle Bar is where you made friends or enemies or, hashed issues like
business partners.
Circle Bar. Yeah.
A little bit
Circle Bar is where it's at. It's a bummer it's gone. But yeah, I literally partied maybe 3 times a year. And, it's good because it keeps you on course and you enjoy the partying more.
Right.
But it's not even just about the partying. I missed out on all those summers, my friends going to the river, going to the desert, doing all that fun stuff, and you don't get to do that.
Right. So what's your plan now?
Yeah, so I mean, as well as you, right now my main goal is this podcast. I want to grow it and expand it and just blow it up and make it something. Until then, the racing, I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get a bike here soon and get back to riding and just see how my body feels and reacts. If everything comes back together and I feel great, then I'm gonna probably come back and race. That's gonna be kind of a week to week thing, and right now it's Supercross season. I don't see myself making Supercross, but I'm gonna set my bike up for it completely and ride it and enjoy it and see where we're at. If magically I just feel amazing in the middle of the year, maybe I'll try to come in and hit some races. You never know. Right. Once you get back going and you get that adrenaline rush and that feeling again, it's kind of hard to not. But at the same time, I'm too competitive of a person that if I'm not 100%, I'd rather not do it at all.
Right.
So as long as everything responds well and I'm feeling good, I'll come back. So
well, and we actually talked about it earlier. Sometimes when you have a super bad injury and you take a lot of time off, you come back super hungry just because you haven't you haven't done it in so long and you want to so bad. And, you know, you've kind of had that situation where your whole life racing, you've had, you know, you've either been on a team or you've had your dad right there, which Joe's the man. But, you know, for anybody, you know, once your dad is there up in the higher leagues, you know, it gets stressful.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, that's like any good parent that's supportive of their kid. They should be overly involved. But it is nice to take a step back for both of you and just, you know.
Well, kind of find out how it is, you know, without that. Like the first time you went and rode at the track, you know, I'm sure Joe was a lot taken back. Or, you know, I don't even know how to properly put it.
Oh, no. Day one, he showed up. Shirt came off as usual, like, you know, the go-to. Out there getting some sun, and, you know, stopwatch comes out, and you know, it's not that he was expecting me to lay down heaters, but like you could tell it's just what he's used to my entire life.
But he
so
wasn't like
it's not that he's pushing me or clocking me, he's clocking other people, and then he's like, hey, Mike, you don't have to do a fast lap, but if you want to, like, I got you.
Right.
And then it doesn't help that Devin's like, hey, fucking clock me a lap, and then I'm like, well, fuck, like, all right, I guess I'll try it.
Right.
But that was the longest lap of my fucking life.
Yeah, I looked it.
Yeah, fuck you. What was your lap time? What was your lap time that day?
At Day in the Dirt.
Day in the Dirt, motherfucker. I wasn't even there.
My lap time at Day in the Dirt, I think it was about the same as Grant's.
15 minutes.
Yeah. Dude, all right, so I raced Day in the Dirt. First time racing a dirt bike in probably 4 or 5 years. Signed up for the beginner novice class. Right. Had a little bit of training on the pit bike a couple weeks ago by yourself. I feel like it really enhanced my skills on the bike.
Absolutely.
So I traded in the pit bike for a big bike, raced Day in the Dirt. And I passed a lot of dudes. I think your tips really helped me out.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, like I think your training really set the bar higher for myself.
Absolutely.
And I really did work on the beginner class.
All right. Were you just sandbagging the beginner class? That's what I want to know.
No.
You sure about that?
No. As of right now, no. Was I sandbagging? I looked normal, right?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. See,
Fuck
like,
you, cocksucker.
See, this motherfucker's like, he gets out there, like, you know, kind of like blends in, and then it's like, all right, these guys are fucking slow. I'm gonna pass him. Passes him, and then it's like, oh shit, I can't look too fast. Like, I don't want to get protested.
Yeah, no, that was actually me just getting super tired and not trying to die.
Yeah, you fucking liar.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Wait, every time I seen Hesh Boy, I was like, dude, this sucks.
Yeah. So one thing I'd like to cover. So when I met you, you were, you know, big in the pit bike scene. You like to, you know, whip the pit bike out every day and fucking fuck around, wheelie up and down the street. But then, you know, they came out with these fucking gnarly ass pit bike nationals, and you decided you wanted to maybe pursue that. So tell us about your pit bike career and how quick it ended and why.
It didn't go super well. I thought I was going to do really good because it seemed like my style.
Yeah. I mean, you are fucking 6'4" on a pit bike for children. So
yeah, that's
pretty
pretty normal.
big guy.
But honestly, it went really cool. Like the first like 15 minutes of it, of like being there. And then I had a first heat, which honestly, I'm not gonna, you know, bitch and complain about it, but we are gonna be raw here, so I'm gonna be honest. Half the fucking class is cheating.
Oh yeah.
And even if they're
stock my ass.
Yeah, and even if they're not cheating, they just have way more than I did. I had a stock pipe and nothing done at all. I mean, I had springs in the forks, but you know, nothing to really make me go faster. And I was battling with Lieb, who is like a fucking supercross dude, fully geared up, might I add.
But fits the pit bike very well.
He does fit the pit bike normal, yeah.
I mean, he's,
but long story short, high-sided and knocked myself out into the takeoff of the finish line. Destroyed my custom painted helmet. First ever custom painted helmet. Was pretty bummed about it.
Apology, shout out to Corsace.
Yeah, thank you, Corsace. We're in the works on another one. But yeah, pit bike career didn't really go super hot. And then I took like a month off of getting knocked out. That's when we went back for the practice, got a little bit of training. It went super well the whole night. Like, actually felt like I progressed a little bit. And then literally the last fucking session, like last couple corners, I clip a hay bale and fucking high side and eat shit again.
And this time he was wearing a loner helmet, mine. Might have put a few more scratches on it, but you know what? Fucking, I mean, you ate shit and you felt like shit, but you know, it saved your head.
Yeah, no, it definitely did. Thank you to Alpine Stars for hooking Dylan up.
Yeah.
To hook me up.
Yeah. No, that helmet's fucking, that helmet's good.
But needless to say, no more pit bike career. That thing is gone. I support everybody that wants to go down that route, but they're fucking sketchy.
They are. And the thing is like me as a racer, the pit bike thing, like pit bikes are fun, but watching these races every single weekend, these races are just getting gnarlier. Yeah. And the thing is 95% of these people that are racing the pit bikes, they either don't ride dirt bikes or they're not good on them. So they don't know race etiquette. Yeah, no. It's fun to watch for people that are there getting drunk and wanting, you know, carnage and shit.
Great footage.
Yeah, great footage. But, you know, these people are literally, you know, Michael Lieb is battling with, I think it was like one of the Palmer kids, and gets clean the fuck out. And I mean, it was like, I mean, it was a pretty fucking sick pass.
Pretty badass.
It was pretty fucking badass takeout. But Lee breaks his fucking fibula, I think it was.
Yeah.
And tib fib. And it's like, you just did it on a pit bike.
Yeah.
And these people, like I said, no race etiquette. They just go for the jugular every time. And that's not cool with me. Because if someone does that to me one time, I'm going to beat their fucking face in.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, the pass was dope. Not taking anything away from the pass. It was
overly aggressive, but like it was well executed. It
definitely
really
well
was
executed.
And it was.
And the pass was sick. But
yeah,
my thing is yeah, like pit bike or not, if you take me out like that, like we're 100% fighting.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, this isn't just for fun. Like that's personal. I'm gonna fucking kick your ass now.
Yeah. But Lieb should have did something.
Yeah.
I mean, Lieb just like yelled at him. And I mean, like Palmer's a kid, but like, dude, you want to fucking do shit like that, then be prepared to fight.
Well, and the thing is like, I mean, I don't even ride pit bikes, and watching the first race, and Lee did like, I think 2 races or something, or 3 before that one. So it's like, by that time, you know exactly what you're in for, especially being a professional racer. And like, he took it to Instagram and posted this long ass video talking and explaining everything. And it's like, I'm not saying what the kid did was right or wrong, but you know, they're not in your world, you're in their world.
Yeah.
So it's like, that kid did nothing wrong. That is how they race, right? And that is what everyone expects. So you cannot be mad about that. To be fair, if you're a professional racer, you shouldn't fucking be out there in the first place.
Exactly. It's not an AMA event.
It's not an AMA event. Yeah, it pays pretty well, but you're on a fucking pit bike. Like, leave it to the people that like actually enjoy pit bikes. Fucking you, the Hemecula crew, fucking like all those dudes, that the Palmers, like people that rip, or even like the freestyle guys and shit. Right. But when you're like a fucking pro racer and you're head to toe gear, and you're out there fucking going for it, trying to win a pro purse, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Go race a local race.
You're right.
Go to a pro national. Go to a supercross. Like, don't go ride a fucking pit bike full gear like you're trying to fucking go for it. It's like, come on.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of easy to hate on that. I mean, from, you know, not to hate on Lieb, but kind of easy to like dick to that.
Well, and like I said, I mean, it's pit bikes. They're not in your world. This isn't Supercross. This is an outdoor. It's not professional racing.
Right.
You are in their world. Yeah. He knew what to expect. So it's like, you cannot be mad at that. If someone takes me out, yeah, I'm fucking pissed. But dude, you knew exactly what you were getting yourself into.
For sure, especially with that much money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
yeah, people will literally fucking ghost ride. Like, you see the videos. Every single race is getting worse.
For sure.
Like, every race is getting that much gnarlier, but it's getting higher money. Right. So people give a fuck way less when there's money on the line.
Right. But I will say, the Havoc dudes, like Dana, I think his name is, the dude that runs the events, they do a pretty good job
Oh yeah, they do a great job.
They are a fucking blast to go to. I only raced the first one, and I'll probably never race one again, just because they are so hectic.
But they're good to watch.
But holy shit, like if you don't have anything to do on a Saturday and there's a pit bike race going on at Lake Elsinore, I highly recommend going and checking it out, because it's a fucking blast.
They could literally televise that. That is how good it is.
I know.
It's fun to watch. People are eating shit.
Every race. Every race is fucking comical.
No, every race. And, you know, hats off to them for putting it on. The pit bike scene has grown so much this year, and the races are literally bringing in more money than local races for big bikes, little bikes. You know, like local race at, you know, Lake Elsinore or Paula, or probably even Cal Classic.
Right.
These pit bike races are drawing in thousands of riders and fans. Like, I've never seen Elsinore more busy than that first pit bike race, and they've gotten more packed each one.
Yeah, the last event, I literally read about multiple people driving from like fucking Massachusetts and New Hampshire.
Oh yeah,
to
that
California.
Shit's fun to watch. Like, that's what, like, literally fucking arena cross. That's why it was so exciting to watch, because it's such close racing. But little bikes are just like, it's way worse.
Yeah,
but it's fun to watch.
It's fucking awesome,
because those bikes are not designed to do what people are starting to do on them.
No,
so
but I will say,
fun as shit.
Watching the Palmer kids fucking rip that pit bike track on those things is incredible. Like, I don't really know those kids as for like racing or what they do on big bikes, but they are fucking fast on pit bikes.
Yeah,
like the way they ride pit bikes is insane.
They get after it.
Yeah. I don't know if they're cheating or not. I don't, like, at the last race they were supposed to get tore down. I don't know if that ever happened.
Yeah,
but whether they are or not, they fucking shred.
Yeah, I mean, if they were cheating, it'd be like the bike in some way. Yeah. But they're still literally out there laying it fucking down. Yeah. Like, I don't care what bike you're on, you still got to go out there and do it. And 90% of those motherfuckers are probably cheating.
Right.
So it's like, you know, I hate to say it, I don't, you know, I don't encourage cheating in any way, but it's like, if you know your competitors are going to be doing it, you're going to do it. It's kind of like it's like I said at the track today. It's like, if someone takes a cheater line, you can't do it at the race, but you know what? If people are doing lap times and everyone's taking it, you got to take it. Right. In practice. Like,
and everybody's just going off lap times right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's stopwatch nationals all the way until the first race.
Literally.
It's annoying as shit, but that's how it is. So it's like, if you know your competitors are cheating, it's a fucking pit bike race, dude. You're not showing up to a big amateur national or a pro national with cheating equipment. It's a fucking pit bike race. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, I'm glad I got out of it.
Yeah, I'm glad too, because being your roommate, I was a little nervous for you.
Yeah, that one wasn't fun.
I watched you eat shit both times. That was 2 for 2.
I know.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm either going to stop coming or he's going to sell this pit bike. I'm fucking glad he sold it.
Yeah. $4,000.
That's pretty rad.
$4,000 for a goddamn pit bike.
Yeah.
They got crashed a couple times.
It's insane.
All right. We kind of drifted all over the place a little bit.
Yeah, super all over the place.
So I know my idea is I would sort of like it to be a guest space show. Yes. You know, once in a while when we have to, you know, just party us two, bring Hush Boy along. I don't think that's any problem. We can always run it. But I do like the idea of bringing on whoever is interesting enough to talk to.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd like to do like social media stuff too, where like, you know, we do a post, like a thing on Instagram story where like you can, you know, type something and say like, hey, drop names of people that you think would be sick for the show. Right. Or if you're interested for the show, like interactions definitely huge.
For sure.
So I would definitely like that. But like you said, a guest-based show, we want to get people on here, but it's not even just, you know, we don't want it to be specifically moto. Yeah, we're both moto savvy and know a lot of moto people, but all things sports, or even if it's not sports, you know, anyone of interest, you know what I mean? So whether it's, you know, people in UFC or MMA, motocross, snowboarding, like all things sports, but not even just sports, just people in general, you know what I mean?
Right.
Basically, anyone of interest.
Yeah, anytime you know, see a new media video pop up and it's somebody interesting in the description, that's kind of the goal.
No, absolutely.
And the idea is to press them on anything that's worth pressing them about.
Yeah. No, we most people come on and, the typical podcast, they only want to talk about like the good shit and, what's going good and the best things and how they got to that point. And it's like, no, we want the raw truth. We want the behind the scenes shit. Like,
yeah, I don't
like,
really...
tell me the struggles that, like, it doesn't even have to be necessarily, frickin', parties or sexual or anything like that. But like, tell us the struggles behind the shit of what you went through to get where you're at.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean?
I'm not trying to ruin anybody's reputation.
No, like athletes, exactly. And if you're still in the sport, I respect that 100%. You don't want to sell yourself out.
Right.
But at the same time, in any sport, people look at the top guys and like, wow, they just make it look so easy. Like they're flawless, this and that. But everyone, especially in racing, goes through so much shit that people don't know, and that I feel like that's stuff that people should know, because especially people that are really struggling with anything, with whether it's their sport or just life in general or anything, like they hear that, it gives them hope and like a sense of relief, like like, you know what, fucking it's not as pretty of a picture as it looks,
right. And just to kind of like before I moved out here and got involved in the industry more, I mean, I remember being a kid wondering, like, has this dude ever drank a beer before? Like, honestly, has this dude ever,
done anything cool?
Right. And there's a lot of dudes that do a whole lot more than what people expect.
A lot.
And I think to kind of put some exposure on that would be cool. And also just to, get people on and ask them questions that aren't the regular. I don't give a fuck who you're riding for this year. I don't give a fuck how your off season went. Tell me, who do you hate more than anybody at the track?
Yeah.
Like,
I hate how everyone wants everything to be such a secret. It's like especially when it comes to racing and teams and stuff like that. It's like literally if someone, goes to the track and gets hurt, it's like they will not say what the injury was, and then if the rider rides with it, it's like, this ain't fucking hockey that you see in the movies. Like if they say, oh, they got a broken hand, you're not gonna go in a corner and try to fucking smash the dude's hand, right? Like unless it's just someone that's done you so, I mean maybe, but like when it comes to professional racing or professional sports, like we're not that cutthroat.
No, most people have a little bit of respect.
They do, but they act, knees are one thing, because it's like all you have to do is run it in on that side, right, and not even touch the person, and they get hesitant. But like certain things, it's like a broken rib or a hand, or like nothing should be a secret. That drives me nuts. Yeah, that is very true. Every time you go to the track and you see something happen, like for example, Ferrandis crashed at State Fair today. Or Lake Elsinore. Yeah, Lake Elsinore too.
What do you think you're going to hear about that this week?
Nothing. But like, I was there, I watched it firsthand, and he walked away from it. He looked at the lip of the jump he crashed on and kind of like laughed it off and walked back. He was done for the day. I think he's just banged up, but I think he's fine. But the thing is even if he wasn't fine, or even if he's just bruised up, you're not going to hear about it. You're either going to see a video of him at the track on Monday, or you're just not going to hear anything, and you're going to wonder what happened.
Right, and nobody would know unless you were there.
Like for example, Tomac, I think it was a few years ago, he broke like a vertebrae or something, and literally there was no footage, no talks of him. It was after Monster Cup, I think, preseason. No one said anything. No one even knew he broke his back. And then he showed up to the season opener, and I think he was 100% healthy by then. But like, no one even knew. They said on Pulp, "Where's Tomac? Where's Tomac?" Like, no one knew anything about Tomac. Come to find out,
why do you think that is?
I don't know. Everyone's just so secretive. I don't get it. That's what I want to know. If someone can come on and tell me a legit reason that I don't call bullshit of why everything's a secret, please come on and tell me.
Yeah, I would love to hear that.
I would love to hear that. It's so frustrating.
Probably won't happen though.
Fuck no.
Because that's the thing about this sport though. It's a little like bitchy.
Oh, it is.
Sometimes.
It's cliquey. It's bitchy. Yeah. But back to what you had said on the, like, wondering if anyone ever drank a beer or anything like that. One of the coolest things I've ever seen is, I think it was outdoors last year. Eli Tomac won the title, and Roxon finished second, and they go up on the podium, and Roxon goes over and grabs 2 fucking Coors Lights and goes up on the podium and hands one to Eli, and they fucking cheers and drink them together.
That was sick.
That was so cool. That is stuff that people need to see.
Yeah.
Because every year, every month, every year, every new generation, the sport is just getting so much more serious, and it just drains the fun out of it. I'm not saying you got to drink a beer and party and have, to have fun, but it's like people need to see that because it's getting so bad. Back in the day, McGrath, Emig, dude, off weekends, they're in Havasu getting fucked up during the season.
Right.
Like, they're all
Emig
having
was
a good
gangster.
time. Emig was sick, dude. McGrath was sick. Like, they're out there getting it during the week, like putting in the work, but then having fun. 90s moto, sick. But, Carmichael came in and kind of changed that.
Yeah.
And
brought training in.
And I don't know.
Carmichael.
I've heard a lot of stories with Carmichael too. I don't know personally, so I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna bring something up I don't know anything about. But I'm sure Ricky had his fun too.
Oh, for sure.
But it's like people don't know, so they just assume, oh no, he did nothing wrong, this and that. Like he was just train. I guarantee you, he had fun when the time was right.
Right.
But people, it's just getting more and more like there's never a right time. Like even off season, people think like, oh, I can't drink, I can't do this. Like that's not fucking life.
No. And I feel like people were probably so shocked when they seen Roxon and Tomac chug a beer on the podium.
Yeah, that was sick.
They probably were like, holy fuck, like this is probably their first beer. You know what I mean?
I know, honestly.
People have no idea.
Personally, I questioned that. Like when I saw Eli, not Roxon. Like I'm not saying Roxon's a drinker by any means. He's German, so I would assume so. Right. Hopefully.
I would assume.
Yeah, I would assume. Germans are fucking pretty sick. But like Tomac, I literally was like, this is probably like on, like you could count on one hand how many beers he's had.
Yeah, but I will say.
But then again, we don't know.
I've witnessed Tomac get a little fucked up at the after party.
Monster Cup when he won the million?
Yes,
I was there too. I think it was at Hakkasan in MGM. Yep, I was there too. He won the million and he went out with his,
what was that, 2000
wife,
18
I believe.
Yeah, so that was he had a bunch of his family at the bar with him.
Yeah, he was with his I think, I don't know if they were married at the time. Yeah, but yeah, anyways, his wife,
chick, his mom and dad,
and he was getting it. Like it was a good time, and he was enjoying it, and I would too if I just won a fucking $1 million. I don't have to win anything, and I'll do that.
I know, but he is such a fucking hard worker. Like it makes me wonder how many times he's actually got to do that.
But like
or does he drink all the time? Like we have no idea.
We have no idea. But from an outsider looking in, I feel like he doesn't do anything fun. I feel like he probably doesn't. I feel like his version of fun is, getting on a mountain bike and going mountain biking, which that shit's fun. But when that's part of your training regimen, it's not anything different. Right. Again, it's not. We don't know. That's the whole point. We don't know. Right. But like Roxon makes it very clear what he does after he rides. He's out summertime after he does motos. He's on his boat wake surfing, having a good time. Dude, literally, there was like during outdoors, I think, I don't know if it was this year, not this year, but last year or 2 years ago, I think 18 or 19, he would like fly home on Sundays, like him and Sexton. They'd fly home from the race on Sunday morning early back to Florida, and by that afternoon they're on the fucking water. Right. Their recovery rest day, they're out on a wakeboard or wake surfing. Like that shit's sick. Like Roxon has fun. Roxon
definitely lives a good life, and he does, and he doesn't hide it.
No, that's what I like. I mean, obviously people have their behind the scenes shit. Everyone does, but like he's very not only verbal, but like social media. Like everything he does, he posts. I love that.
I would love to talk to him and just get an idea of how he is behind the scenes.
Yeah, and like he was dealing with some sickness and shit at Salt Lake. I think this year he announced what it was. I think it was it wasn't mono. It was
pretty open about
bar.
That
what
shit.
Was it? It was I don't even remember what it was. It was kind of like mono, kind of like Epstein-Barr, but it wasn't either.
Lyme disease?
Lyme. I think it was. It might have been Lyme disease. But like he doesn't really hide shit. He doesn't care because I think he knows that like it doesn't do any difference whether you hide it or not. Right. It's not going to change the fact that you're still sick, you're still hurt, and that like preseason to outdoors, Justin Cooper got hurt. No one knew. He wasn't at the track with the team. Right. And everyone was like, "What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?" And then I think you had maybe seen him at like a track that wasn't like a pro day.
Right.
Like everyone was at, Paula, and he was at Paris.
He was going to State Fair by himself for a while.
Yeah, and like didn't look up to par, and then coming into outdoors, he definitely looked behind the ball. And it's like if they just announced, hey, Justin Cooper broke his hand, then coming in, everyone's expectations would be so low rather than what the fuck's wrong with him.
I know,
like it's
crazy
so much more simple. I'm guilty of that. Coming in, I'm like, dude, what's wrong with Justin Cooper? That's not the kid that we saw last year.
Yeah.
Fucking Colorado kid goes out and wins.
I know.
Like by the end of the year, looks great. So it's like, why don't just communication?
Right.
Just tell the fans what they want to know rather than leave them guessing. And then, you get those stupid ass fans that are probably like, oh, he fucking sucks. He don't got it anymore. Like, those are the fucking, the drunk idiots that aren't educated.
Right.
But it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, just tell people what's wrong so that they can, adjust their expectations.
Right. Which, going into the 21 Supercross season, they did just release the track layouts for
First 6.
Yeah, did you see that?
I did.
What'd you think about them?
I didn't look at them in detail. I will be honest. I would like to. But
reminded me of Salt Lake.
That's what I heard. I've heard that from a few people now. I didn't, like I said, I didn't pay close enough attention to actually analyze that. But literally, that's what I said. I'm assuming every few tracks are probably like the first to the second track. They probably just like flip it around.
That's kind of what it looks like.
So it's kind of like backwards, and then it's exactly what they did at Salt Lake. But I will say, for the situation, Salt Lake, they did a great job.
Yeah.
Like Salt Lake, they finished the series. I think they were the first sport event of any sport to be able to start and then finish the series.
Right.
So that was cool. But it's like going into the 21 season, it's like this whole COVID season's fucked. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like
it's fucking stupid.
It's fucked. Like this, wearing the mask 24/7 and shit. Like everyone can have their own opinion. Whatever.
No fans.
I'm
sick of that.
But as far as the racing goes, it's like, there's all these, there's big events, whether it's a freaking protest or sports. Like, there's so many big gatherings of people. And it's like, if we're going to run this series, you got to have fans. Like,
I know.
And I think their plan is at least like half capacity or something like that, which is better than nothing. But it's like, it's like we gotta, like, everyone thought like, oh, by the end of the year, COVID should, die down, be under control, and then come the new year back to the normal schedule. It is in no way, shape, or form normal.
No.
Like, and for everybody, the way the new schedule is, having literally, I think 2 or 3 rounds at one venue in a row, it's great because it saves money on flights. You're gonna pay more in hotels, but driving the semis, driving to the races, the privateers driving to the races and flying, it's more cost efficient. I do like that, but they're doing that because there's they can't get venues that they want.
From a racer standpoint, or let me say it this way, from a privateer standpoint, do you think it's actually easier the way they're doing it?
I do. I think that, obviously the privateers are going to have to drive.
Right.
But you literally spend like, I think 7 or 8 days in one place before moving on to the next. So that is nice. So with an exception of driving, I feel like it is easier on the privateers and just on everyone in general. Right. Because it's not like, airplanes are freaking germ tubes. The less you can fly, the better.
Yeah, no doubt.
But it sucks when you're literally like, you fly in every Friday, you fly out every Sunday, you're home for like 3 or 4 days, you're riding 2 or 3 of those days, and it's like you don't have time for anything.
Right.
It's nice when you can just sit still and, say you're in Houston for a week. There's 3 rounds in Houston. You can literally race the first one, hang out, race the second one, and then I think you have like 3 or 4 days off, and you can go do stuff. Like, you can explore where you're at. You can actually enjoy the cities that you were going to.
Right.
That's one thing that's always been unfortunate. We, racing Supercross, we see amazing cities.
Right.
New York's freaking like MetLife Stadium, New Jersey, like Gillette Stadium, like all these cool places. But our goal is to just get in and get out as quick as possible.
You don't really get to see anything.
You don't get to see anything, even with outdoors. So it sucks. But I think this will give people the chance to, like, honestly be more relaxed and enjoy what they're doing.
Right.
It's
now,
not so stressful.
Have you raced Houston before?
I have, in 2019.
How was the dirt there?
So from my understanding, in the past, it was always very hard pack, but I think they brought in new dirt the year I raced it in 19, and it was like straight like Indianapolis, like good dirt, but like ruddy as shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I do know that a bunch of dudes were complaining about like the the quality of the dirt for Salt Lake. So I'm wondering how Houston's going to be.
Salt Lake has always been known for being pretty bad. There was a few rounds at Salt Lake where I think it rained and the dirt was really good. But other than that, I mean, it's known for being dry and slick, and they overwater the shit out of it. Like, there's not much you can do. I don't care if you flood that track. By the end of the day, whether it's dry or not, they have to water it for the dust, but it's going to be the same at the end of the day. That dirt isn't ideal. But there was a few rounds that I was blown away how good it was. A few of those, like, Wednesday night races. But yeah, Salt Lake, not great. But Houston's dirt, the last time I was there, was really good.
So real quick, what's your opinion on the Jet Lawrence announcement with Red Bull?
I think that's the sickest thing ever.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of that kid. I think he's badass. His attitude is cool as shit. He's respectful to everyone from what I can see. And you know, him being on Factory Honda is really cool. And then the Red Bull signing, he looks like a mini Roxon out there.
He's got the sickest fucking style.
His setup is not only the sickest looking, but his style is literally probably one of the best styles I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, his shoulders are perfectly square, elbows up, like good footwork, like just everything straight back. Like, I watched him today and I was literally mind blown at how good he looks already. The kid's 17 years old.
He's going to be a phenom.
He literally looks like a mini Roxon. Roxon's, I think, like 26.
Right.
And Jet is 17.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see what he does.
That kid's ceiling is so high. It is insane.
And somebody told me that they heard that he don't really get around with chicks yet.
I don't know. Someone said there was like a Swap Moto Live interview maybe, and they were talking about that. I didn't watch it myself.
I would like to ask him that myself.
I would like to ask him that myself because that kid is a fucking stud.
Yeah, he popped on the TV and my girlfriend's in the kitchen. She goes, "Oh, who is that? He's hot."
Starts talking.
I'm
accent kicks in.
I'm like, damn, Morgan, I'm gonna have to fucking keep you away from Jetson, I guess.
Yeah, don't take her to the track, dude.
No,
fuck no, she'll stay there. But yeah, no.
She'll come out with donut frosting all over her mouth.
Donut frosting and
like,
a fucking Red Bull hat.
Jet, yeah.
If you want a Red Bull hat, I mean.
Yeah, I might let her keep going back if she brings some Red Bull swag back.
Straight up. But yeah, no, he I don't know if that's true. If it is, fuck, dude, keep doing what you're doing because chicks will make or break you, man.
Yeah, chicks can be a problem.
It's a make or break. I mean, they can really help you. They can really ruin you. But like where he's at and what he's about to experience in his career and stuff, you need to be as focused as possible. And I'm telling you, he's gonna have the hottest women throwing themselves at him. And if he can maintain what he's got,
oh man,
I mean, fucking sick for him. But that's gonna be tough.
He's gonna have a full plate of pussy.
Yeah, and I will say that. I mean, he's 17, so in the next few years, it's gonna get harder and harder to say no. I'm fucking telling you that right now.
Yeah, once he hits 18 and he starts getting some of those wild DMs, he's gonna be like, oh man.
I think that fucker's already getting the wild DMs. I'm sure.
He's gotta be.
I'd love fucking to have him on and fucking talk about what is in his DMs.
I would just like him to scroll through them. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, he probably doesn't even need to hang out with chicks because his DMs are probably just flooded with titty pics and some good shit.
All he has to do is fucking go to the shower, jerk off a little bit. I mean, he don't even need to fuck.
You don't even have to deal with the headache.
He's got new titty pics every day.
Yeah, you didn't have to ask for him. How cool is that?
I've got to assume that. We got to get Jetson on. We've got to know about this.
I don't know. I think he'd be pretty fitting for this. I think he'd be on board with it.
Yeah, I think you would too.
I mean, I dig it. He's a little fucking like he's pretty don't give a fuck attitude, but like at this doesn't give he likes to joke around and fuck around, which I love.
He's very sarcastic.
Sarcastic, but he's super respectful.
He is.
Like one of my buddies at the track today was like, "What's up, punk?" And he's like, "What's up, faggot?"
Yeah,
that shit's funny.
Yeah, he's got a really good sense of humor.
He's witty too.
Yeah,
he's quick. He's witty. Fucking yeah, I'm a big fan.
So, who are some people that ideally that you would like to see on here? Who would you like to talk to?
Fuck, dude. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'd really have to think about that.
A couple people right off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, shit, dude. I mean, I like Dean Wilson. Dean Wilson's sick.
I feel like Dean Wilson's a little bit of a cool guy. I've seen him around a bunch of times. The motherfucker definitely knows who I am. and he definitely cool guys me a little bit.
Did he?
So I would like to have him on and confront him about that.
You could confront him on that and hopefully clear some shit up, or you guys could fight on camera.
That'd be cool. I mean, he's Scottish. He might have a little bit of like weird strength on me or something.
I mean, shit, you never know.
Or he's a huge bitch. Either way, I'd like to figure it out.
Nah, I'm a big fan of Dino. Luckily he doesn't cool guy me, but it'd be good. It'd be good to get him on here because we got to clear that shit up.
Yeah, no, he seems cool. I would just maybe he's like way too cool or something.
Right. I mean, Raha would be sick to get on here too.
Yeah,
definitely got to get him on here.
I would definitely like to talk to Raha.
Yeah. No, you guys.
He's got to have good stories.
You guys have been hanging out, so fucking. I think there's shit that should be talked about here.
Yeah, we should be able to get Raha on. Anybody like outside of moto?
I mean, you mentioned Mike Chandler. That's sick.
Yeah, we've talked to Mike Chandler a little bit.
Most people that aren't familiar, Mike Chandler's a badass. He just signed with the UFC. Hasn't fought yet, but dude is an absolute animal and is going to do damage in the UFC. And would love to get him on there.
I mean, he got signed to the UFC, and they immediately made him a backup for Khabib and Justin Gaethje, which is like one of the biggest fights
in history.
Right.
So obviously the dude knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's a decently big deal. So I would like to get him on at some point.
Yeah, definitely him. And I don't know. I'm not super savvy with like snowboarding. I know you know a decent amount of people. If we like any top snowboarders or anything like that. And honestly, like you don't even have to be like anybody famous or anything like that. Like that's not the whole point.
Right.
Like for example, fucking one of my best friends, I've taken him to a few races and literally he rides for fun, but has a normal job, doesn't ride that much, and literally the funniest fucking dude I know. And I've taken him to I think like 2 or 3 races, and not only does he make friends with all of my friends at every race, but he's literally the highlight of every single weekend. Yeah. Like the races that we went to, that I brought him to, I was hurt, and we went to the after parties, and this guy is at the bar double fisting 2 drinks, sunglasses on, bitchin' button up freaking silk kimono or like cheetah shirt. Like dude's got fucking style for days, and literally he likes to fucking dip in the mushrooms and
maybe we can get him
and he's had a pretty entertaining past, so he would be someone that could feed some fucking stories.
Yeah, that's the thing and
he loves to talk.
I would love to get somebody on that just has like deep dark stories that they're just willing to dig into.
Oh yeah, no, he has the fucking no shame. Like literally that dude will go into the fucking depths and fucking tell you what he's gone through and what you want to fucking hear.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm definitely ready for stories like that.
Absolutely.
So I mean we can get pretty close to wrapping this up.
To be clear, we don't wrap shit up.
Oh yeah, you love that.
That's the go-to. You got to figure that out.
Yeah, true.
We don't wrap up. Okay, we're almost to the end of the show, if you will. Yeah, we can wrap up the show. That's fine. Just that's it. Show only.
Nothing else gets
wrapped.
Not even your Christmas presents.
Not a fucking chance. I might put a fucking bow on my dick though, and surprise.
A little Snapchat.
I mean, I was thinking more of like a Christmas Day opening, but
well, who's getting that? All right.
I don't want to drop names out of respect.
All right. Well, let's get it a little juicy before we get out of here. Who, during your racing career, is there anybody that you hate more than anybody? Is there anybody that you see at the track and just gets on your nerves, grinds your gears?
You know what?
For anybody that doesn't know Dylan, he is the nicest motherfucker you'll ever meet.
See, that's the thing is in the moment, there's people that I absolutely hate with a fucking passion.
Like out of race aggression?
Yes, but I am not a grudge holder.
Yeah.
Unless someone has literally killed one of my family members or done me like that wrong, then maybe. But at the track, in the moment, there have been people that I have absolutely fucking hated. but I get over it. So like literally I'd say it's not even no, it could be, it's definitely probably top 2 or 3, but for a while it was Davalos, way back, like probably like 5-6 years ago. Him and I got into it, and he was just being a fucking punk at the time, and my dad actually gave him a nice little taste of medicine. That is a story for another time. It's a bit long, but we will get to that because that is a great fucking story.
Yeah, pretty much any story to do with Joe, I'm down to hear.
Yeah. When you see a fucking big ass dude with no shirt charging at you, you're fucking scared.
Yeah, for sure.
And that was Marty.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in Marty's shoes.
No, I don't think Marty wanted to be in Marty's shoes at that time.
No, probably not. I mean, he's probably not wanted to be in his own shoes for a lot of reasons.
Send nudes.
Yeah. I wonder if people forgot about that.
I don't know, but I mean,
here we are.
Welcome back. We're back.
Is there anybody that you see on the track, like one section in front of you, and you're just like, oh fuck, this guy, like, maybe in like a sketchy sense?
Fuck, I don't know. I mean, the thing is like I said, in the moment, it doesn't have to be, it's no one specific. Like if there's somebody in my way or somebody that I think or know I'm faster than and they're in front of me, I still think that. Like there's days where I'm at the practice track and I can't get around people and I know I'm better than them, and it fucking drives me nuts. But it's never one specific person. Yeah, I'm so hard on myself, so it's like, and like I said, I don't think about one person or just like hold grudges. I just get over shit quick. So no.
You're such a respectable guy, man.
I fucking hate it. Everybody's better if I wasn't.
Everybody's gonna love you, and everybody's gonna be like, dude, this fucking Ritter cat is a dickhead. And
good cop, bad cop, or bad cop, bad cop.
And everybody's just gonna love Dylan, right?
So you're the asshole.
Feel? Yeah.
Oh shit. No, hey, just for anyone actually thinking that might be true, just fucking wait. We're only getting started here.
Yeah, this is gonna get raunchy.
Yeah, I'm a smart ass, and to be honest, I mean, literally the intro that we put out and all the bullshit freaking what do you call it? We'll call it down for the funnies. All our stupid talk about bad first dates and fat chicks and all that stupid shit. I was the one doing all the talking on that. Like, you didn't have any of those stories. At least we didn't ask you about.
Yeah, we'll get into them.
But
I mean, luckily,
I had to put myself out there first. So you know what? If you're the bad guy at first and I'm the one they like, I guarantee you it's going to switch at some point. So stay tuned.
It'll probably bounce back and forth.
It'll go back and forth. You're going to love shit. You're going to hate shit.
Yeah. There will probably definitely be parts that people hate, but
yeah, I'm sure, people are going to get offended. But I mean, fuck, the truth hurts, huh?
Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind that.
No. Don't take it to heart. I mean, fucking, we're just talking truth here.
Yeah, and don't wrap it up ever.
Don't wrap it up.
All right. Well, if we end up going with the name The Insiders, it would be something like Welcome to the Insiders Podcast, presented by
or brought to you by. I mean,
okay.
Presented by sounds more legit. I was just on the spot, and I'm like, brought to you by the Media Pub and Irenic CBD.
Brought to you by kind of sounds flossy though, doesn't it?
It flowed on my improv levels. That's what came to mind. But we can talk about that. It's one word. We can fuck around with it, but we should figure it out.
Yeah, we definitely need to figure out a name. I don't know.
Or just figure out whether it's brought to you or presented by. So the name could stick. We're going to run a poll this weekend and see what everyone thinks.
Yeah, so your feedback is very appreciated.
Shout out to Hash Boy.
Shout out to Hash Boy.
Peace.
Be back.